good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's science-backed support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
This summer, Prime Video takes you back before Legally Blonde, before law school, and into the world of Elle Woods in high school. Set in 1995, this Gemini vegetarian knows exactly who she is until her family moves from Bel Air to Seattle. Packed with iconic fashion, 90s nostalgia, and a throwback soundtrack, Elle proves one thing. Law school was hard. High school was harder. From the world of Legally Blonde, watch Elle, a new original series only on Prime Video. Watch now.
Hi, it's Dave here. This is my wife, Kathy.
Hello.
This is the Cinemile, the podcast where we walk home from the movies. Today we're walking to Supergirl, which is the second movie in James Gunn's brand new, rebooted DC superhero universe. Kathy.
Wow, you're really selling it.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this actually. We really liked Superman when it came out. I think it was only last summer.
Only last summer.
Yeah, so we were big fans
really
of James Gunn's Superman. Superman for me had gotten way too dark on the Zack Snyder end, so I much more enjoyed the hopeful, fun vibe of the last Superman. I really like Millie Alcock. We're a week late going to this because we didn't make the cinema last week. However, instead of the cinema last week, we put out a House of the Dragon episode, which is funny because, of course, that is the show she started in.
That's right. Well, no, we saw her first in that brilliant Tim Minchin show where he was...
The Aussie one.
The Aussie one where he was trekking a piano across Australia.
That was really good,
was excellent.
But House of the Dragon was like her big break, right?
Sure.
I'm excited to see this. I think Supergirl has a lot of heavy lifting to do in terms of like hitting the success of Superman. A, James Gunn is not directing it. B, there's very, very infamous misogyny in the superhero fan space, and whenever the last few years we've reviewed female-led superhero movies, we've seen immense trolling and hatred online for them. And C, this isn't set in like the world we know of, like, because I've seen the trailer, like Lois Lane and, you know, Clark Kent and like the Daily Planet.
This is all off-world, I believe. It's all alien.
It's all
stuff.
new world-building stuff that they're going to have to do, where like when we settle into a Superman, we kind of know the world already, and a lot of that work's been done for us over our lifetimes. And that familiarity is there for us. So I'm going in really optimistic, and I'm sorry to see that it hasn't been doing very well at the box office. Dave, what about you?
Unfortunately, yeah, no, I'm excited for this. I think Millie Alcock is great. I'm a little bit hesitant because I thought her brief appearance in the Superman film was cringe and bad.
Yeah, and she wasn't cringe and bad. It just the character was
just
cringe.
I don't like watching a character be all like, I'm so drunk and hangover. And judging from the trailer I've seen, I'm a little bit worried that that's what we're going to get in this movie. But yes, unfortunately, this film, we are seeing this at its second weekend, and it has flopped hard, and I actually feel kind of bad for it. I think I don't have the numbers to hand, but it made something like 30 something million at the box office in its first weekend, which was below the already like meager tracking of 50 million. And for context, that's like, so it's made less than like Morbius did in its first weekend. It's made less than like the Marvels, the Flash, the other DC one, which was considered a huge bomb, made 50 something in its first weekend. So this is
the Flash was critically panned, and yet us here at the cinema, we quite enjoyed it.
Well, this is also, I think, so that there's a few we did. We got a lot of hate. Some one particular listener like really didn't like that we like review bombed us for liking the Flash.
Yeah, so
I stand by my opinion.
So the superhero fans could even review bomb your own. Not review bomb. They left us one bad review. They can
that's
even
not a bomb.
Use their review.
It's a review bullet.
Their power can be wielded for evil on multiple platforms, not just on Rotten Tomatoes. But I think like we're both looking forward to this, aren't we? Despite what we've been hearing.
I think this is. Obviously we don't know how good the movie is. It does seem to be getting mixed reactions from audiences and critics, but also there's a lot of forces converging here as well. Yes, I think the online misogyny is for sure a factor, but there's also, we're in a year where we have seen, there's record numbers at the box office. Mm-hmm. Like the stories of this summer are turns out Gen Z will go to the cinema.
Yeah.
And
But
they're
they want
turning
new
out.
films.
Yeah, exactly. They want new ideas, and they want YouTubers, and they want fresh, interesting. They don't want like
Superheroes.
old, fatigued properties being reseeded and reserved to them, and so I think that's kind of part of this. Is like I think we are at the tail end. I mean, we've been saying this for years.
Yeah.
But superhero films do seem to not die, and
there's
also
two
the Spider-Man
superheroes.
one is broken pre-record sales.
But I'm saying there's two superheroes who can always withstand the superhero fatigue.
Superman
it's
and
Spidey
Spider-Man.
and Superman.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, they're the OGs.
Probably Batman as well.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah.
I think this film, and I think because they've made it 12, yet again we will complain on this podcast about could be potentially family-friendly movies being 12s. If they'd made it PG, we'd be bringing our kids and they'd be doubling the box office.
But here's the problem, right? Would we be bringing are people going to bring their kids to Supergirl when
If it was
when
PG?
when it has come out between Toy Story 5 and Minions?
Well, that's another problem.
That's another problem.
Yeah, but
so.
I obviously will go to Toy Story. We did a review on it. Like Minions now, I'd be really
Yeah, we
struggling.
will, but we go to the cinema every
No,
week.
but I'm saying if this was PG, I'd definitely bring the kids to this. Minions, I'm like, it would need to be a very rainy day for me to be taking the kids to Minions. You know what I mean? Like those films are not good.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go watch this film and we'll talk about it when we come out.
See you shortly.
As I walk this land of road,
Crypto and I at least had each other.
I have visions of
Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out. What can I do?
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person. He has 3 days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's a crime of the Yellow Hills. He murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Okay, hi, we're back. We've seen Supergirl. If it's your first time here at the Cinemile, we won't spoil the movie Supergirl until, of course, we get to spoiler street. Kathy, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I enjoyed the film. I have to confess, yet again, I had a little nap in the cinema. It's because I took an antihistamine
Is that
last
the
night.
secret to enjoying this film?
I took an antihistamine last night for hay fever, forgot, and then took another one this morning, and we went to an afternoon screening. So there you go. But only about 15 minutes. So take that 15-minute gap where I woke up and she had a Supergirl suit
You
on.
didn't miss much.
Anyway, we're not on spoilers yet. I really
Spoiler,
enjoyed...
she puts on the Supergirl suit.
Yeah, I really enjoy Millie Alcock. I think she's great casting. Our fears of her being drunk for the whole film, thank God, did not come to pass. I really liked her little sidekick character. And I think they did a really good job on the world building. It felt to me very much like it lives alongside Guardians of the Galaxy and... What was that other James Gunn film that we really liked that had Joel Kinnaman in it? You know the series I'm talking about, Joel Kinnaman.
Oh, the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. I feel like it very much lives in that James Gunn world and feels like a James Gunn film, excepting something that it really lacked for me, which was humour. So I think,
Not for lack of trying.
like, Millie Alcock's not a comedic actress. No shade on her. She's a brilliant actress and she's very good on the emotional scenes and she's very good at being flippant. She, however, is not funny. The girl that she was cast with is a very serious character and I loved their relationship. I really enjoyed them and I think they were wonderful on screen. Jason Momoa, can you get off my screen?
Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about
and not
him.
be this character.
He's dreadful.
Like, this is every film I've seen him in the last 10 years. Like, he's just like big combined. And then with a bit of Beetlejuice thrown in, maybe. So I think that for me, what let the film down is actually the casting of Jason Momoa, because there's the potential there to have what the film really needed was a comedic lift. And it's okay for the two main characters to be quite serious. If you have a third that's like quite funny. And Jason Momoa was not funny. I was rolling my eyes every time he came on screen. Not because he's not good at doing his shtick, but because I'm so over it. And it's a shame. it's a real shame, I think, for me, that the lack of humour sets this apart from those other James Gunn movies I mentioned, because it really could have done with some. And overall, though, I really liked it and I had a good time. Dave?
Yeah, I liked it as well. I actually think it's pretty good. I had fun time with it. It's an easy watch. I quite liked I think Millie Alcock is great as this character. She's a fantastic actress. She really is.
Yeah.
And I think she displays quite a bit of range here. And I felt some emotion at points.
I did. I actually cried at the end.
I did. I teared up a little as well in moments. So I liked the sort of simplicity of this plot almost. It's very, the stakes are somewhat low and personal. It's not world-ending stuff. I liked that. It felt like a little side quest, but often in superhero things, that can be more impactful if you make it really. Their motivations are very character-driven.
Yeah, very personal.
So I liked that. I really liked her and Ruthie, the other character in this. Jason
also
Momoa.
known as Inigo Montoya.
Yeah.
She just is.
Jason Momoa and the character of Lobo, who I am not familiar with. I believe that he is a DC fan favorite, and I'm aware that there has been fan casting of Jason Momoa as this character for a long time. So this feels like a response to, something that's in dialogue with the fans. He himself has always, leaned into this and said that he wanted to play this character.
I mean, if you'd asked me, I could have probably, if you told me he's already played this character in another film, I'd have been like, sure. I've seen him do this 20 times.
Yes, because this is I don't know, respect to all the Lobo lovers out there. I don't know who this character is or who he's supposed to be, but it is one of the single most terrible and annoying characters I have seen. It felt so embarrassing. Every time he came on screen, it was like, what is this? Is like a 90s era, maybe that's where this character came from. It feels like it came from that era of 90s comics where like everything was cool and extreme and radical, and Spider-Man had a denim jacket and
it just felt very tired. Like
my God, he's just like cool guy, smokes cigar, walks in, says he's so extreme. And so he's like Poochie. That's what he felt like. Poochie is a character from The Simpsons that was engineered by TV executives to be radical and extreme. And
also, sorry that they've just sprayed a six-pack on him.
Well, he was wearing some sort of suit like The Rock is wearing in Moana, like the six-pack suit. I don't know. It looked like...
It looked weird.
I don't know. So and also...
But he was doing a Beetlejuice impression.
I don't know what's going on with him. But I realised towards the end of this movie, oh, wait a second. You could literally fan edit this movie and take Lobo out, and it would make zero difference
to the
plot.
Nothing.
He has nothing to do.
No.
He adds nothing. It only detracts. So I think it's a disaster of a character that actively makes the film worse.
Yeah, 100% agree. It's a shame because we really needed a third, if not a fourth character. Like, I do feel like too much of the film was resting on Millie Alcock's shoulders, way more so than in Superman he had to do. And I think for her it was actually like, it's too much pressure like for the film. We needed more extra characters and we didn't really get them.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the film does feel a little light on humor. I was surprised at how actually like dark it was.
Same.
Like, we'll talk about it in spoilers, but like there's a few bits where I was like shocked, and not in a way of like, oh wow, this is really interesting. I was just like
why?
Whoa, do we need to be going this hard?
Yeah.
And also, like, I was turned around at one point. There were like two girls with their mom at this. I know we talked about, not being able to bring our kids. I believe this is a 12A, so it's totally fine. That's saying, be warned, bring your kids if you want, but this is, it's at your parental discretion. And there were two girls with their mom, and I'd say they were like 6 or 7. And at first I was like, at the beginning of this film, I was like, this is great. This is what we need, on screen, female superhero, great actress, like role model, show these, young women seeing female superheroes on screen, young girls growing up in this kind of world. That's what we need. And then as the film went on, I was like, oh, I couldn't stop thinking about these little girls watching this
too violent,
intensely violent film with a very dark moral core to it.
I'll die on this hill that this 12's rating is completely pointless. Like, either be PG or be an adult film. What are we doing in this weird middle ground where it doesn't quite work?
Especially when I felt like the Superman film, like you said earlier, really leaned into the sort of cheesy, corny optimism of that character. And I appreciate they have deliberately drawn a line between Superman and Supergirl. And there's a lot of this movie's leaning into that. She's had a very different experience to him, a very much more traumatic upbringing. She was closer to the Kryptonians.
I enjoyed all the Krypton stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, but like, and I get that, and I get she's got a different perspective, but I don't know, I just felt like the film felt very cynical.
It was. I don't know, because the tone shift was so great with Superman last summer, and we were really vibing with that. And it was a very romantic film as well last summer. And in a way, I'm glad to see that, like, she didn't have a romantic subplot, because it's kind of pat when you have a female lead. But, like, I don't know, I wish there'd been some more hope, some more humour, some more optimism in it. Albeit I did really like the ending.
And I think is.
It's been set up for her and Superman now to be in a film together.
Yeah. Which
I'll definitely come out to see. But overall, like, it is a good review. Like, we're positively reviewing it. But, like, I can probably see why, like, putting aside the online trolling misogyny, which has a deep effect, I'm also can see why, from a word of mouth perspective, when we left Superman, we were like buzzing to tell people to go and watch it. And on this one, I'm like, absolutely go and watch it, but I'm not like saying it with a big smile on my face.
No,
you know?
it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah.
I think this is a very flawed film.
I think James Gunn should have directed it.
Why?
Because he's such a flair for lightness and comedy. There was one amazing sequence toward the end, like, we'll get into it in spoilers, like a slow-mo action scene that I absolutely loved, and I nearly was like, did James Gunn come and, like, direct this scene? It felt so James Gunn. Shall we go to spoilers, though?
Sure. I think last thing I'll say is I don't really like how this film looked. Everything was brown or grey, or occasionally you got green, yellow, and red suns as well. But like, I just felt like it's like, it looked like it was like very shot on the volume and very. I'm sick of. I just want go to a place and take out a camera and load up some film, please. Like,
it's one of the things people are complaining a lot about now, even with like reboots and stuff. Like, even with the new Devil Wears Prada, people were comparing the frames to the previous one. It's like, films just used to be brighter and lighter and look nicer, and now there's this kind of dingy tinge to a lot of them. And the last Superman, I believe, was about brighter as well. Right, we're gonna go to Spoiler Street. Before we get there, you may hear a quick ad.
This summer, serve up the Cookout Classics, Kraft Mayo and Dressing. Toss green salads with delicious ranch dressing or zesty Italian. Serve smooth, craveably creamy potato salads with mayo. We all know it's not a cookout without Kraft.
Okay, so full spoilers now for Supergirl. Okay, so I guess we didn't talk about the villain. What did you think of him? I thought he's a little over the top sort of villain. We talked about this before on the podcast, but like, isn't it weird the accent coding that you get?
Yeah, he's Russian, is he?
Yeah, he's doing some sort of Russian, Eastern European thing, and I feel like, God, this is decades now post the Cold War. Do we still have to have Russians and Eastern Europeans as the bad guys?
It fell
in
off
the
and
accent?
then it's back again now with the war in Ukraine, maybe. I mean, overall, like, we're on spoilers, and this is not a kids' film, so we're about to talk about a topic that is not for children and not for little ears, if you want to turn this off. Basically, he's a sex trafficker.
Yes, what the hell?
That's the plot of the film. And I have found this, right? Whenever any of these superhero movies, whether it was like Captain Marvel or... What was the one with Dakota Fanning again? Not Dakota Fanning, Dakota Johnson. What was that movie?
Oh, Madame Web.
Madame Web. Yeah. Whenever the superhero movies like have a female lead, they're always like, and now we need an explicitly feminist plot. Always. Like, suddenly all the bad guys in this film, Until We Met Your Man, all the women, the pirates were women. Like, the film just swing, like, they don't know what to do with the fact that they have a female lead. And I was like, do we need the plot of this film to be that, like, these young girls are being human trafficked for the purposes of birthing children? Like, this is hardcore shit.
It's also straight out of, which I didn't expect this movie to pull from, that's straight out of Mad Max. This film is like much more Mad Max than it is Guardians of the Galaxy, which is like, I don't get why they're pulling from that's a cynical dark universe. This is like Immortan Joe, and they even called them the wives at one point, or the brides or something.
They're calling them.
Like, that's exactly straight out of
I don't remember
his
plot,
handbook.
actually.
And they even look like Mad Max characters. They're all leather and
they
pierced.
do.
And
The more James Gunn funny stuff fun stuff was more at the beginning.
Yeah.
When they got on like the space bus and she's meeting the different characters in
That
the
stuff
bar
was
and
fun.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I just think, and again, let's be clear, like, human traffic is a serious issue, and these are things that really happen. I just don't know that like this is the film. Like, why is it in this film? Is it because you have a female lead? And I think the answer is yes. And I wish it had just been more lighthearted, more Superman-y vibes. Like,
yeah, this film didn't need to go so hard.
Depressing. Like, and then there's one girl who she's kidnapped. So then her parents, like, understandably make a deal with the devil where they're like, well, we'll hand in 2 girls to get our girl back. And then both parents and that girl all get their throats slit.
I could not believe that. That's the point where I was like, I cannot believe 3 rows behind me there's a 6-year-old girl watching this incredibly bleak moment. And I was just so glad that we didn't bring our children to this.
This is why, honestly, you should never bring, like, kids at least under 10 to a 12A, because it will be a 12A because there's something beyond.
Yeah, but this is going hard for a 12A, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so,
like,
too.
come on, when we were growing up watching 12 films, what was it? Men in Black and Independence Day. Like, the heroes always win. It's just like in this film, the hero.
So cynical.
The hero, like, protects the innocence of a young child, which I like, but acknowledges that her innocence is gone, so kills the guy. And obviously, as a grown-up, I can look at that and say, that's interesting, that's morally complex,
yeah,
and it's kind of badass and feels good, and he deserved it, I guess,
but
to a point.
Superman traditionally never killed anyone, right?
Well, in James Gunn's universe he did, and that was excuse me, Zack Snyder.
In Zack Snyder's he
did. But like, so I get that. That's interesting and morally complex. But again, like, I wanted that 6-year-old girl to look up at Supergirl and be like, she's cool. I want to be like her.
I think
instead
really,
of like she's a mess and she's killing people. She got her shit together, but also she's dark and she'll kill people.
I don't mind her being a mess at the beginning of the film, and I don't even mind. I'd prefer she hadn't killed your man at the end. I think at the end he should have died through something out of their control, like something fell on him. I would have preferred if neither of them killed him, right? But what I really, really don't like is that thing about the family and their daughter being sex trafficked, and then they all get killed.
What the hell?
I just don't understand how then. Why couldn't that family have just run off together and Supergirl say, I forgive you for what you did because I know you wanted your daughter back?
But what was the movie trying to say in that moment? Was it because Ruthie comes up and says, I could have saved them, you stopped me, this is your fault. Are we trying to say, like, but like Supergirl was
Ruthie,
trying her best?
You should have stayed where you were, like Supergirl told you to. Sorry, Ruthie is Inigo Montoya when I mentioned that earlier. Every scene she's like, my name is Ruthie, you killed my family.
But that was kind of funny.
I really liked it.
There's a good, I don't know, I loved there were a few bits of humour which I thought were kind of amusing, but there's not very,
there's no laughs.
There's no laughs. And I found, there is occasionally, I found her shtick a bit annoying, like Supergirl's shtick where she's like in the bar and she's got her hands up and she's like, okay guys, I'm gonna kill you all.
Oh no, I like that. I love the arm wrestling scene when she actually snapped your man's wrist over.
It's
like,
fun.
I thought that was fun.
I suppose.
Anyway, we're gonna have to get off. Thank you for listening. Let us know what you thought about Supergirl, because I'd love to hear any reviews you have, positive or negative.
Can I just one last thing?
You can.
I have a strange nitpick.
What?
And this confused me.
Well, hurry up because we're nearly home.
Listen. So the film decided to make a point about like language, okay? So in sci-fi, typically, it's something like Star Trek. You'll have, it's waved, the fact that everyone would have a different language is just waved away with something like a universal translator. Oh, we can understand each other because of a universal translator.
Well, he did stick a button on his neck at the beginning.
So yeah, maybe he has it. But the film makes a point of like, her and the Kryptonians speak a different language. She can't speak to Clark when she arrives because he's speaking English. And then when they meet the parents of that girl, they have only basic English. And she says something like, oh, you speak common tongue. The common tongue.
Yeah.
So are we to believe that the common tongue in the galaxy
is English?
Because that's stupid.
I mean, it was silly, yeah. And especially, if you're going to tell me she lands and can't speak English, and with her and Clark Kent can't converse, then I need a montage where she learns how to speak English.
Well, no, I don't. We didn't need to see it. We get it. It's implied. We get it.
While you're bringing up the language stuff. Anyway, speaking of House of the Dragon, we are reviewing every single episode of it over on Patreon or Apple Podcast subscription. You can subscribe for free for a week and have a listen and see what you think. So patreon.com/The Cinemile or Apple Podcast subscription. If you listen in Apple Podcasts, you can literally just click free trial and you'll get it for 7 days. And please, we haven't asked this in a while and we always forget to, if you like the podcast, please rate and review us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It actually makes a really big difference to us in terms of the podcast getting found and discovered, so we would greatly appreciate it if you do that.
Also, our retro movie theme this month over on our Patreon is tournament movies in honor of the World Cup. Yeah. So there are some great suggestions coming in already. We're going to pick a short list soon. We're talking things like Enter the Dragon, Rollerball, all sorts of mad stuff. Really Battle fun. Royale.
And as always, our patrons will vote on what we watch. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touché.
Pandora Jewelry brings the sparkle to your summer, now with even better prices. Enjoy up to 50% off select styles, from personalized pieces to must-have favorites made for the summer. Timeless designs that shine with you through every moment, wherever the summer takes you. Shop in-store or online, now through July 6th. Terms and conditions apply. Visit Pandora.net for details.
Ouch. This knee is killing me, but I can't stop training. The marathon is in 2 weeks.
Let's get on ZocDoc and find a doctor to take a look at that for you.
Okay.
Here's a review. Dr. Craddock really takes his time.
No, I don't have time.
What about Dr. Charles? His patients say he can help find a quick fix, and he's in network.
Great, now we're talking. Book it.
Booked. 1 mile down, 19 to go.
Bring it on.
You've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.